I mean, I freaked out a lot when you played me the album, but God Is a Woman just got me going.
Thanks, man.
You understand the cultural relevancy of that before you do it, or as it's happening?
You mean
or
like
until after?
You mean like where we're at?
I mean, you're literally. I mean, you have a song that says "God Is a Woman." Like, obviously, there's a statement there. There's kind of. I mean.
Yeah.
You're tapping into
for sure.
a few different things.
Yeah.
So I mean, who pitches you that song?
Ilya.
Okay, and how finished was it before it got to you?
He had the hook.
Okay.
And he was like, yeah, we love this hook. Would you want to sing it and like give it to a rapper? And I was like, absolutely not. I was like, no. I was like, just let me take this home tonight and I'll come back in the morning. And Daniel was doing my makeup and I was like, I don't wanna wait no time. And then I went back to see that day and I was like, can we record it now? And then I recorded it and I was like, do you still want to put a rapper on it? And they were like,
was it named God Is a Woman?
Yeah.
When it came to you?
And I was like, because I wanted to write that day. I was like, I'll write for someone else. I thought Sweetener was done. I had my label meeting to play them the music in 2 days. And I just went to hang out with them and like get excited for the meeting basically. And I was like, I want to write while I'm here. Like, let's pull up something. And they were like, oh, like they pulled up this thing called like Single or something. They pulled up and I was like, oh, that's sick. I was like, that's cool. I'll write that for somebody else for sure. And then I was like, they pulled up another idea that was pretty dope, but like not it. And then Ilya was like, yo, what if we brought up God Is a Woman? And I was like, what did you just say? And they were like, oh yeah, we have this idea called God Is a Woman. And I was like, what the are you talking about? I was like, why did it take you this long to bring that up? It's me. I was like, oh my God, why can't we? Like, why did this take so long? And he pulled it up and he played it and I was like, shut the up. I was like, you need to shut up. I'm going home. I was like, bounce this, send it to me right now. I was like, I'll see you in the morning. I'm gonna jump off a cliff. I was like, this is the best thing I've ever heard. They were like, well, why don't you record the hook? And I was like, oh, I will. And he was like, oh, send it to a rapper. And I was like, please just let me have a chance first. I was like, I want this to be mine.
It's
not the same. I don't want to share it with a rapper. I don't want to share it with a boy, especially.
Well, you've done a really great job. I mean, it's called God Is a Woman.
It's called God Is a Woman, you know? They can't...
Men are prophets.
I could envision a verse where they're lifting up the woman and stuff, but it's for girls.
Let's get into this Gopher. What's the deal with Gopher in the God Is a Woman video?
Oh yeah. So they kind of represent a bunch of things. Like to me, that feels like how I feel at times, being a woman who is like misunderstood and like constantly labeled or like pinned down as one thing or another, and you know, who's I feel like constantly misunderstood. Sometimes I'm just like. And those are like also like people reference like beaver as like
yes
they do. So I was like, what if they were just like they do that. They do they say like beaver as like they like guys will be like, oh, like beaver. No one says that anymore, angry but like beaver, yeah, angry beaver, yeah, like they say that about like feminists and for sure they do. So it was supposed to represent like the frustration of being a misunderstood woman and popping out of the ground, being seen as just a sometimes, and just screaming like frustrated, like, hi, I'm not just a vagina. So it's just a frustration of being a woman and feeling misunderstood and not heard, and like we've been screaming for decades for equality and also to be understood and to feel heard, and yeah, to be seen also as not just like a vessel for sex, and yeah, which like we totally can be if we choose to be also, which is sick.
We can be whatever we want to be.
Yeah.
America.
We are the people.
That's freaking right.
This is America. We are the people.
How do you get Madonna to be in your music video?
I texted her.
Just casual?
Oh, isn't that so cool?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was like, hey, Em. I was like, I know you have so much going on and like it's probably not gonna happen, but I had to ask because you're such an inspiration to me, obviously, and this record is probably one of the most important ones I'll ever put out, and I wouldn't have the balls to put it out if you didn't exist and if your art didn't open the doors for me to be able to do this now. So I wanted to ask you to be a part of this. It's simple. it's just a couple lines of voiceover and that's it. And she was like, you don't want me, do I have to show up? Should I be on camera? And I was like, oh, you don't have to, don't worry about it. Like, we just need your voice. Like, and she was like, oh, really? That's so simple. Of course. Like, I love this. And she was like, can I see the treatment? Like, can I see the lyrics? Can I hear the song? And I sent her the treatment, which was like this cartoon version of the music video, which is what Dave Meyers does. Like, when he writes a treatment, he makes like a cartoon version of it. And I sent it to her, and she was like, She was like, this is risque for you. And I was like, I know. And she was like, I'm very proud. And so she was in Portugal at the time, and she was in the studio working on music herself, which we're also excited for. And she did like 7 takes of the voiceover. And she was like, all right, I did 7 takes. She was like, my favorite takes are 4 and 7. And she was like, I think you should use the first half of 4 and the last half of 7. And I was like, okay, like, queen, okay. And it was just so crazy. Like,
that's surreal.
It's so surreal. You go, that's surreal. No, it was really surreal. And I sent her the final product. And I remember she said, like, I could literally cry. She was like, I'm so proud of you. Keep fighting the fight.
That's I'm lost for words.
Isn't that sick?
It's amazing. I mean,
like keep fighting the fight. Like, she paved the way.
But for you, and you're continuing it.
She paved the way for all of us. She paved the. There's nothing she hasn't done. You know.
For women. Mm-hmm. And you come from a line of the strongest, hardest, most, focused and passionate and incredible women I've ever met.
You're so cute. You're gonna cry.
It's the truth. I mean, really. Thinking about you're not.
Yeah, my mom's a bad bitch. Known as a bad bitch.
It's God is a woman for them. That has to be a validating moment for everybody. Mm-hmm. Like, what's Nona's reaction when you play it for her?
Oh, she loved it so much. She was like, I was like, Nona, what do you think of like No Tears Left to Cry? And she was like, oh, Ariana, that God is a woman is beautiful. And I was like, do you like any other songs? She was like, yeah, but that God is a woman. And I was like, you're so cute. I think she's just like, she loves it.
Was religion a part of your life growing up?
It was, yeah. I like went to Catholic school. It was like so funny and like No, it's not funny. It's like, you're raised. I'm Italian. I went to Catholic church. She's Italian. Yeah, I learned. I went to class. I did the Sunday church thing, and I think it was the Pope at the time was like totally homophobic and totally not a fan of women at all, or like also like SpongeBob or Harry Potter, and I was like, nah. This I can't do this.
Not for me.
I was like, I'm out, guys. I can't do it. And I just became more spiritual because it didn't feel like something that, and a lot of people do, like, it obviously, like, it resonates with them and it helps them through
Yeah.
I just feel like I'm not a very religious person, so I became more spiritual, and here I am.
Which
the God is a woman. It's not actually about God.
No, it's about the woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what. And I don't know a ton about it, but yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
The song will tell you everything you need to know. No, but I love you.
Learned a lot.
I love you. But yeah.
You wanted this to just be like us hanging out. This is chill.
It is.
I haven't said that
it's about women and female energy, like feminine energy, being responsible for the whole creation of the universe.
The whole creation of the universe.
Mm-hmm. It's within.
Does Pete Davidson believe that God is a woman?
I think so.
He better, right?
Yeah. He loves that song.
Yeah.
He's so cute. He's like, that shit's hard. He's like, that fuck's hard. And I'm like, wow. I was like, whoa. He was like, any guy who can't admit that is just, they're lying.
He has Hillary Clinton tattooed on his body?
Mm-hmm. On his
Come on, that.
He's sick.
Come on, that's proof.
He's so dope.
I have not met him, but I want to.
He's a feminist. He's tight.